はい、どうも、イノシマです。はい。今日も、やっていきましょう。なんだっけ、ヒットマン3。ね。やっていきたいと思いますよ。私は。
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
なんかすごいな。
Are you?
ゾンビみたいな顔してるじゃん。
Who will you be without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
最重要指名手配。X。
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture. So don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
ミッションがアクティブになった。捜査ファイルを探すのと、アレクサ・カーライル。まあいいでしょう。やりましょう。初期仕様でいきましょう。今日はワンエピソードだけやろう。どんくらいか。手がびちょびちょなんだよ。
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
いるやん。
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity.
私立探偵。
good job.
いい調子だ。握してコインは拾って大事。バレバレだろ、もう別人じゃねえか。
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Yes, please.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
了解。あ、一回ここに。
Hold it, sir. I can't let you enter before I
お願い
have a
し
look in
ま
your
す。
pockets. Nothing to worry about. It's simple protocol, sir. Right, that's it. Keep moving, please.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible.
よろしくお願いします。
Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've travelled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
手かさいける。いけるじゃん。回収して。回収して。
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
ああ、抑え込みたくなっちゃう。
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene,
現
I
場を
will
調
tell
べ
you
ての
this.
前にお伝えさせて。
The case concerns the death of Mr.
ザ
Zachary,
カリー、
Madame Carlyle's younger brother.
ヤングブラザ
He
ー。
was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Zachary was shopping for New Wellington
なるほど。6個
last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
よいしょ。
Zachary's suicide note.
Suicide note.
Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
カメラ使うミッション。
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
好き。6個中4個。おえーん。
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
覗いたと。覗いたと。色フリーズ。
A photocopy of the floor. Plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Greetings, sir.
Hey, wow.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here is the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47. So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe.
Patrick Carlisle.
May I suggest you ask the
Can you tell me
suspects for
where you
alibis?
were yesterday
Or perhaps
evening?
you prefer searching the manor for clues
It's a
first?
sneaky butler, isn't he? He ratted me out.
カーブって何ってこと
Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow
互いあり、ロジーという名のスタッフと一緒にいたと。
death by boredom.
ザカリーに
What did you
ついて
think
尋
of
ね
Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just
アレ
gave
ク
up
サがお
everything.
ばさんだよ。
What an idiot. Thank God Daddy Joe's looks and
パパの
brains
結
over
婚より
pedigree
も
with
外
married
見
mum.
と頭脳を選んでママと
I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles.
近親
So,
交配
is that it?
Did you see anything suspicious
互いあり。
last night?
No.
Now.
I reckon Zachary tops himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby.
なんで
I don't like him.
さっき言ったよ
He could have done it.
お前見るよそこに。なるほどね。アンス
Patrick, can I do anything for you?
Yes, actually, could you speed up time so I don't die from boredom? I fear I may not survive an entire weekend in this shithole.
Perhaps a brisk walk in the garden. There you go.
シ
I
ンプル
said
し
speed up time, not my...
ああそう
Patrick token to Madame Carlisle's daughter.
My lost button. One you couldn't find at the graveyard. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go and look for it? Now?
A good idea. Yes.
You イケメンじゃん。いやイケメン。
I said speed up time, not my partner.
Garden Fork.
Bad news, I'm afraid. We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
Got them. No power, no portrait.
Oh, Madame Carlisle will be furious.
So,
Okay.
Madame Carlisle wants a picture
マダム
taken.
カーライルは
If you were
写
to
真を撮りたい
assist with the missing fuse, I'm sure the portrait would be one for the ages.
一生ものの写真が撮れそうね。
She expects the family photo to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect. Can't we just take a fuse from another fuse box?
I guess we could do that.
Good. I'll finish setting up, and then we'll grab the fuse just before you call down the family.
Good. Yeah, that's a good plan.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently
温室。
used, though.
うん。
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
カメラマーク。これカメラマーク。
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning.
I do care. If you have that many people, especially impressionable kids, looking up to you, you were obliged to act with at least a little bit of decency and self-respect.
Well, I can't say you don't have a point.
And again, there are only so many times we can have this same conversation before you start losing listeners and I start losing followers, right?
And if you're just joining us, we're here with celebrity drama expert and vlogger Price Chamberlain. Price, I'm very aware of your feelings about Dylan Stack, both his music and his personal life. But I'm curious to hear what your feelings are about this leaked tour rider that's been circulating online.
Honestly, I think it's unbelievable what the celebrities get away with now, Gemma. The bar has been truly lowered. There's no self-awareness anymore. No
Managed to waste
self-consciousness.
energy. Oh. What? Hey, someone there? There we go.
行ってちょ。
What was that sound? Huh?
よしよしよしよし。とりあえず一回。とりあえず一回な。
I will never again meet someone like Zachary. I can't bear to think what will happen to all these rare plants now.
I know, Oliver. I know.
カメラマンに変装する。音質の手がかりは全部出してる。これ結局さ、どっちにしたってこのあれをやらなきゃいけないんだよ。お、なんかいるよ。
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
探
We
偵
don't
ごっこ
really
はし
see
な
much
きゃい
of
けない
each。other, my brothers and I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son,
呪われてんのな。
disappeared straight after dinner.
あ、それさっきのやつ。
You know, I think he might be in some
ボ
sort
タ
of
ンなかったも
trouble.
ん。
Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort overstaying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange.
エヴァ。
You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Tell me about Zachary.
この人がレベッカね。
Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends.
Anything else you feel like
友達なん
mentioning?
かいたかしら。
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler,
ああ、ファンズビ
leave
ーめっ
Zachary's
ちゃ
room early this
疑わ
afternoon.
れてるな。
And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
ナイス。ありがとう。レベッカ・カーライル、疑いあり。今の様子が変だった。バーンズビーがザカリーの部屋から出てくるところを見たと。パブに行ったと。グレゴリー。パブに行った。君もか。
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh.
Zach?
Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Is that all?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show.
Show.
Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
なるほどね。なんでみんな疑いあるじゃん。君もそうやろ。
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around
お前が一番ないじゃねえか。
Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward.
気まずかった。
But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
なるほど。なるほどね。まあ特に。ですね。カメラマークか。これか。モンゴメリー・カーライルの肖像。アレクサの亡くなった兄、モンゴメリー・カーライルの肖像。足跡。テラスの足跡。部屋か。エマとグレゴリー、レベッカ、本質、その他、家族写真、車とカードキー。あ、これは俺が持ってる。これは別に何個とかまでは書いてない。ってことは、こいつらの部屋行く。あ、はい。秘密の部屋。ザカリの部屋。エマとグレゴリー。レベッカ上行って右ね。これ行って
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
4個。あ、入れねえ。端っこから行けんのか。ペーパーない。エマの母親の手紙。
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother
エ
stating
マは
that
アレ
Emma
クサ
is
の
the
亡くなった兄
illegitimate
モンゴメ
child
リーの
of
隠
Alexa's
し子
late
だと
older
書いてあ
brother,
る。
Montgomery.
で、
And listen to
近
this.
親相関
She
や。
claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him.
アレクサとザカリー
The
が彼を
plot thickens.
もう読めんよ。はいはい。妹たちに殺されなかったことなどが書いてある。殺した2人はエマの母親が身ごもっていたことに気づいていなかったようだ。ほうほう。最悪だな。カード。エマのとグレゴリーの部屋で見つかった靴と足跡。今の外のテラスで見つかった足跡とする。なんだエマさん。やっちゃった。What is this? 温室の鍵のキー。
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room?
鍵そのものはつい
I
てる。
wonder. And why is the key missing? You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed.
いや、ただ探してるだけなんだけど。容疑者。疑いあり。レベッカ、エマ、3個中、4個中3個。あと
I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover.
いや、入る。ペーパーナイフ。ペーパーナイフ。あと1個。ペーパーナイフに秘密はないやろ。なんもねえよな。もう光ってないもん。失礼。持ち手がブルドッグの形をしている古い杖。あ、これもそうなんだ。はいはい。隠して。隠せねえ。
Kinds of interesting stories.
I'd much rather hear your stories.
Probably. Right. Yeah, sorry.
Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, dear. Must admit, he's pretty good.
What if he believes we had something to do with Zachary's death?
Oh, please.
He's circling us. I don't see him snooping around your sister. I bet Alexa said something.
If I could be bothered, I'd be worried about your mental health, Emma. But sorry, I'm having too much fun enjoying the circus.
圧倒的黒か。あとどこだっけ？レベッカの部屋。で、右か。
That is the door to Rebecca's room. I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Rebecca の部屋。ザカリーの遺書と一致したい。見た？大体。アリバイ確定。エドワード・カーライル。全部見たのかな？見てる。
You want to check on that undertaker in charge of the funeral? I got word he's upset with Madame Carlyle.
I vetted him thoroughly. He's good.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, bro.
Okay.
This is Madame Carlyle's office.
How are you?
Please step inside.
I can't forget his eyes.
違うの？ここじゃないの？どこだよ？ここか。ちょっと待って、ずっとさ、ミッションストーリーがさ、これか？どれやってんだ？これか。完了したんか。
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat.
座るか。
Please, go ahead.
Your niece, Emma Carlyle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
That's preposterous. preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emmer's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlisle Empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emmer to reclaim what she lost. Marry your heir, Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlisle Empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlyles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the leader of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. But I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. I don't suppose I could convince you to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here. I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame. I'll have to see to it some other way then.
とりあえずくれよ。何それ。シャレ。シャレ。
The file you want is in the safe. God, I need to make him hurt.
How are you, sir?
I need some privacy. Thank you.
やったね。これで一応あれか目的は達成したんか。よしよし。
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlisle.
さよなら、マダム・カーライル。
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
力はいけんやん。帰ろう。ミッションストーリーを逃した。いやもうそれ絶対俺でしかないんだよな。ポイントを探す。
Hello, sir.
70。あれまだ出られない。やばいやばい。
Did the portrait photographer check out? You verified his identity?
Everything's in order.
この状況で俺疑われないってなんか楽しい一族だな。逃げろ逃げろ。 なんか通信がバグってたけど大丈夫かな。
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart.
Hi there.
おっしゃー。よし。探偵ごっこ。探偵ごっこに勝ったぜ。まだこんなにあるんだ。でもめっちゃ強。めちゃ強じゃん。やったぜ。なんだ。
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now.
Nothing.
You need to find Olivia.
さらわれたの？通信がおかしくなったのはさらわれた。ダイアナとオリビア。
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
My turn. やばい。あれ？アーサー撃たれてるの？
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah?
How about now? Over here! Cover me!
あれ？死んだんじゃねえの？
Walk away! Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
おお。死んじゃった。
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
優しい喋り方するよね。
You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I'll look forward to your call.
誰が？はい。
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight.
Huh? 47.
We're all that's left now.
ああ、47が殺したわけじゃなくて見つけたのか。おっしゃーい。次は究極の捕食者ですね。彼女の最後の反則の地。いやー面白い。次が究極の捕食者。はい、ということで今日はちょっと短時間ですが、こんなもんで終わりにしたいと思います。ご視聴いただきありがとうございます。また明日もできそうだったら明日もやります。それではまた。高評価、チャンネル登録、よかったらよろしくお願いします。バイバイ。